Brown in there, he's finna hit 200. He's finna hit 400 million views, guaranteed. If you put Chris Brown on this next year, he's gonna at least get 100 more million views than this guy right here. All because of the fact that they did what they did this year. It's gonna answer up next year. So you gotta go crazy with next year. But if they pull this again next year, it's not gonna go as planned. They can't do this 2 times in a year. That's just my prediction. Tell me if I'm wrong in the comment section though. That's what I predict. Now, Turning Point USA, they turned them on. Now I tell people this is so y'all turned from the assassination of Charlie Kirk and turned his wife into a martyr and turned him into a martyr, and now she got hella money coming in because she did the alternative thing. She did what other people wanted to do but didn't do. That's the thing. Y'all thought taking somebody out would be good, but whole time you just turned them into a legend. Does that make sense? This is why you can't take people out because of your anger. It's like the same with Mr. Donald Trump. If you would have did that assassination attempt, but it was successful, y'all would have made him a martyr. He would have been a legend. He's already a legend, but he would have been even more of a legend because of that. That's why you can't do that. You got to let them live out their existence. Why do you think Biggie, Tupac are legends forever? Because they died in their youth. They'll forever be the top. You don't give them a chance to come down. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense, but in this aspect of Bad Bunny, like for his people, like I said, for the Hispanic culture, Puerto Rico for sure, and every other country that he shouted out, he's representing them. He's representing the whole South America, and that's a flex by itself. I ain't gonna lie. He didn't leave out America. Let's not say that he left America out. It's just he said ice out. Now that could be an agenda. He was probably told to do that. He don't benefit from all that. I'm gonna be honest, but he's probably told to do it. But at the end of the day, it's about the American people disrespecting American people to put something in there that we don't understand. So everyone's sitting there crickets, hmm, trying to pretend vibe, knowing goddamn well they don't even know a word. At least, man, at least put some Daddy Yankee in there, man. Some reggaeton. Daddy Yankee. You know what I'm saying? Like you would have went crazy. Like I used to listen to that shit for real. That used to be my shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, G. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. We didn't play no audio in this video again, so I don't get flagged. So if y'all wondering why there's no audio in the video, it's because copyright, man. You know, Apple do not play, NFL do not play with the copyright on the Super Bowl content. They'll flag your shit, and the whole video will be basically silent, so you won't even hear my commentary. So it's best that I just mute the music and then I just comment over the video because y'all don't know what the hell he's saying anyway. That being said, man, tell me what y'all think about this in the comment section. I actually, like I said, I'll give him respect because this was a great performance. Now, do I think this performance was better than Kendrick? I have a bias, so no. At least we knew what Kendrick was saying, and his album was triple platinum. You know what I'm saying? Before that, and he won the most. So like, if we comparing the views of the Super Bowl to Kendrick, because I see a lot of people out here comparing Kendrick to Bad Bunny. Look, these are two different people, bro. Two different industries, two different genres. Kendrick was not playing the political game, and Kendrick is talking to American people. Bad Bunny is more international. He's more South America coming into America with the Latino community here. So those numbers are skewed anyway. And then on top of that, how many Grammys do Bad Bunny got? Now compare that to Kendrick. That's the real influence in the community. This is real. We made the Grammy, so it doesn't even. You know what I'm saying? So it's like y'all can't compare apples to oranges, bro. That's all I'm saying. Because there's an outside influence on Bad Bunny. So if you're saying that he has the most views by what 10 million more views, maybe 15 more million views, that don't count because that's the alternative country that's also listening. You know what I'm saying? And if the alternative country is listening also, I would assume that those numbers should be actually up a little bit more, at least by like 50 million, maybe 40. But regardless, it's a lot of people. But like I said, that left the door open for external people to get in there. I had my theory. I said maybe Turning Point USA should have had Nicki Minaj on there. They would have had way more people because Nicki never did a Super Bowl. And now you're doing an alternative Super Bowl. They would have really fucked with Nicki, bro, in there. Any artist that was against Bad Bunny or just didn't want to hear that shit because they can't understand it, that's really the aspect of it. It's not that they hate him and his community. It's the fact that They don't know what the hell he's saying, G. They're like, what is he talking about? You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do another video on here. It's gonna be a basically a reaction to what was actually said, because that's the problem. We don't know what actually was said, dude. That's my biggest like thing about this. It's like, what did he say? You know what I'm saying? Like, what was he saying? And I tried to find some videos on this because I have no clue on what was actually said in this instance. So let me see if I can find something really quick. And I don't know if this guy's actually like telling the truth when he says like, "Oh, this is what actually happened." We just want translation. Of course, I've heard the beep, so he was cursing at least in there. I definitely heard some beeping, so I know he was definitely cursing at least minimum. But I don't know, and like I said, we don't know. I don't know. A lot of people don't know what was actually said. Respect, great performance though. Great, great, great performance, because I like to judge you on performance. So if I'm just, say for instance, if I'm just sitting here mute the TV, I'd be like, okay, this is a great performance based on production, based on the culture and how they added it to truck, you know, the car, the bushes, the violins, Manuela giving the shot, him giving the kid the Grammy. That's actually dope. I bet the community went nuts over that. But it's just the fact that if you're playing on all American TVs, most Americans don't know what the fuck's going on. They're like, huh? What's happening? You know what I mean? So you have to put that in a little aspect and to give that as Americans a little respect and a little like, you know, you got to give them a little slack, because if an American is like, oh man, I don't want to listen to this shit, literally, it don't matter if they don't want to listen to it, they can't even understand it. So when people are like, oh, you just racist, nobody racist, G. They just don't know what's going on. They have no clue who this guy is. They had an interview with a majority of all the football players. They said, what's your favorite song? They're like, I just heard this guy today. I literally don't know none of his songs. And even if you did know his songs, they're all in Spanish. What you supposed to take Rosetta Stone today, G? You supposed to, yeah. You supposed to learn Spanish today, tonight. No, the only thing you can do in this situation is vibe. Literally. Not to be that type of person. Like I said, good performer, good performance, wrong location. This would have hit at the World Series baseball. This would have hit at the FIFA Cup. Come on, bro. The World Cup, this would have went nuts. And we having the World Cup here. They should have put Bad Bunny there. We have the World Series baseball, MLB. They should have put them there, because that's majority of your community is there. Baseball and football. Football, like soccer. I'm just saying, I blame Jay-Z because you knew better, bro. Y'all choose money over respect of your people, and you might lose them next year unless you go crazy with a better performer. Like I said, Chris Brown's one of the best performers, and I respect that, and I think we need Chris to save the day. Facts. Chris Brown, hey, I'm rooting for you, big brother, and I know he got it. Chris Brown got it in the bag, and that's the only way I think that they're going to save it. If Chris Brown or Drake or Taylor Swift isn't next year, bro, this is over. They didn't kind of like screwed up they loyal base, because people don't like that. You gotta respect your loyalty with people that are loyal to you, because now you kind of spit in their face. They tell you they want it, you get it anyway. I understand the numbers, whatever. Like I said, great performer, great performance, wrong location. It's your boy AngeloSavage. Tell me what y'all think about this in the comments section. Don't forget to like the video for the YouTube algorithm. Lastly, don't forget to subscribe. It's your boy Savage. Tell me what y'all think and what's y'all take on this situation, because maybe I'm wrong. I like to think, I don't like to just be biased. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a biased person. I respect the boy. You know what I'm saying? I don't respect the dresses he used to wear. But look, I respect him as him getting the position of a lot of artists that's been in the game for longer than him has never gotten. That being said, tell me what y'all think of that in the comment section. Tell me what you think about my reaction to this situation. Because in my eyes, I'm like, man, you know, it was a great performance nonetheless. It was great artist. He's very popular. He's trending. It's just wrong location. You don't bring it to the NFL where there's predominantly black, white people and black and white viewers. You know, I had a couple Hispanic friends that don't even know what he was saying, because it's like a slang type of Spanish that it's like the music don't make sense. So later I'm gonna come on here and actually do a reaction to the translation, because I really want to know what he was saying. You know what I'm saying? That being said, tell me what y'all think in my comments section. Your boy AngeloSavage. Let's go. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace.